Hello and welcome to Jamie TV, a completely unplanned stream. Don't expect anyone to join me, but it's been a bit of a day, and this would normally be my streaming time, and I've had an accident, and I've seriously hurt my arm, and I thought I'm just not gonna be able to do anything if I stream. But last minute, I was going to put out an apology and call it off, and then I thought, you know what, I'll see what I can do. It feels a little easier than it did earlier. I will see what I can do. So, as I feared, there's nobody here. So I'm just going to make some music, and if anyone joins me, that's great. And if not, it's not so bad. I'm sat here making music. So no fancy introduction, no plan, no nice thumbnail. I'm just gonna, and I have actually, I have had time to do one thing. I have arranged a dump from this stream over to Jade Star's stream, which will follow, and I will not overrun even though I've started a little late. Hey Mars, thanks for joining me. That makes two of us. Thanks for being here. Okay, so there is no plan, so I think first thing I will do is I'm going to go into Cubase. I've put this iPad a little too far out of my way. Just a moment. This is the iPad that I use to change the view that you see in the stream. So I overestimated how long my arm was. So okay, not that one, this one. Yeah, that's better. Right, okay. So I've not even got a project started or any plan or idea whatsoever. So I will start new project, and we will call new project Unplanned. In fact, we'll call it the Unplanned Stream because, because that's what it is. Okay. Right, now, I've had a bit of a day. I don't want to bore you with my issues, my problems. I'm not here to bring you down. So I just feel like making some nice music. Something, like in those Dragon Quest type games or Final Fantasy type games. The kind of tunes that they have, like in towns. That my arm goes from my nose to my. Yeah, it doesn't go quite as far as where I placed the Stream Deck. So let's see now. If I'm going to make some kind of pleasant music like that, we're going to need a nice pleasant sound. So, where's my mouse? I could do it with my mouse because my arm's absolutely killing me. Right. Switch this on. And, there we are. Works straight away. Marvellous. Okay. And going to audio units. Now, I think cinematics might be a good place to start because it's just full of beautiful cinematic, atmospheric sounds. So let's grab that. Now, I didn't have time to check my audio levels before I started this stream. So first thing I'll do is go into my mixer and I'll just pull down the volume on this instrument just to be on the safe side. And then I'll just... And that does seem very quiet. I'll adjust it on my mixer. Okay, maybe I overdid it a little with... Okay, right. I do love that particular preset, but I'm thinking for this, something, maybe see if we've got something beautiful, right? Addicted to Love. I wonder what that sounds like. Let's have a try. It's possibly not that then. Let's have a look at the list. Maybe save some time. We'll judge by the name. Autumn Universe. What could that be like? That's a great sound. They're all great sounds in here. I was just looking for something a little bit sort of gentler, I think, really. A bit sort of, I don't know, a bit, Crystal Fantasy, what's that? Ah, there we are. That sounds like it could belong in a Final Fantasy game. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go with that for now. Okay, so, right, we're going to need some chords. First thing I always do in every project is switch this over to bars and then just make that a little smaller, grab this, drag it over to the beginning of bar 11. So we've got 10 spare bars just in case if I think of a superb idea that's supposed to come before the first idea. It happens a lot. Okay. Now let's see. Maybe make a little progression of perhaps 4 chords. Just check on my stream health here. Right. Okay. What about D minor? The saddest of all chords. We should probably have this view here for a moment. I always quite liked a D minor going into a B diminished. So what's a B diminished on a keyboard? That's a... It's that. I wish I had my iRig key set up. It's so much easier to do like some bass notes with the chords with the 3 octaves, but I've just had to retire it because it's just playing up on me. But never mind, we can compensate for that problem later. So we've got a D minor into a B diminished with no root note. Maybe another sad chord. Try an E minor. Resolve to something a bit brighter though. What about a G major? Okay, I'm going to do it without the bass notes because that's a lost cause. So we've got a D minor, B dim, E minor, G major. And how does that sound going back to D minor? It sounds lovely. All right. So maybe a good plan would be, let's just stick those 4 chords down. We'll have a bit of a slower tempo than this. I've got to start using my mouse. Maybe, I've no idea what tempo to set. Well, let's call it 90 beats per minute for now. And put my thingy here, switch a metronome on. How loud's that going to be? Loud enough, I think. Okay. And I'm just going to throw those 4 chords in and we'll take it from there. Alright, okay, so we've got 4 nice chords. Although this is an unplanned stream, which was not advertised, it says 5 people are watching, although Maz, you're the only person who's popped up to say hello, but you know, that's okay. Some folks are shy. Right, so I'm going to even out these chords to start with. Double tap, and we will just make them all a bar long and neaten up the ends. Yes, let's do that. And then I'll even out the volumes. Okay. And tidy up the ends. And I don't want it to be blue. I think green. Yes. Okay. Now, what about the speed? Okay, that G chord kind of reaches a little high up for me. I think maybe a little. You do. You have auto notifications set up for me. Well, that's very nice to hear. Particularly because today somebody took it upon himself to try and put me down a little for my most recent YouTube video upload, which, you know, I have a thick skin. I'm not bothered. It doesn't affect me. It's just, I just find it a little like, is that the best thing you've got to do with your time? You know, try and pick spots off me. Because of what? Because why? Because jealous, possibly? I don't know. Seems a little sad. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is run these chords together. Oops. Wherever the notes are consistent. Maybe that should be an octave lower. Let's see what it sounds like that. Now, I've just realised I wanted that to happen on a different sound. Let's grab another sound and maybe it'll make some sense to you. I hope so, because it didn't make any sense to me yet. Right, I'm going to duplicate this track. That's what I'm going to do. Mute that one. Let's grab another sound. Now, this one wants to be... This could be a choir, a nice choir. It could be something... Analog pad, what's that? Oh! That's perfect. That's what I wanted the notes run together for. A sound like that. So, alright, let's change the colour of that one so I can tell it apart. I'm going to shove that one at the top, I think. And all I'm going to do with this is let's move this up at least 1 octave, I think. It sounds sort of like a bit miserable and sort of a bit grand at the same time. Okay, now this one. Maybe I should separate all these notes again, actually, like they were before. Stupid hippie. Okay, what if I select all the notes, which I could have done with a double tap, which would have been somewhat easier. Then I could just split and split and split again. like they were before. Okay. Now this sound, maybe we could arpeggiate this, or maybe I should come up with a part. See what it's like with a nice arpeggiator on it to begin with. It'll give us an idea of the sound anyway. Usually, to be honest, when I do use an arpeggiator, very often later on I end up getting rid of the arpeggiator and actually putting an arpeggio in myself, because sometimes I listen to the arpeggiator and think it's just a little bit too repetitive for what I want, and I like to do it myself so I can put the variations in. Hey, Semtex, that makes 3 of us. Although according to my stream data, there are some silent listeners as well. So behave. You never know, it might be. Right. Okay. Let's grab that arpeggiator that I was on about. Because there's not one in cinematics, is there? I'm pretty sure there's not one in cinematics. There's not. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not 100%. I can never remember anything these days, to be honest. Right, so there we go. Right. It's a bit overexcited, isn't it? What's the deal? The deal, Semtex, is I've just had a bit of a day and I don't have time to plan anything. I thought I was just going to have to put an apology out and not stream because I've had an accident. I've really hurt my arm. I didn't think I'd be capable of doing anything. It's eased up a little bit, and I thought, sometimes I haven't streamed at my usual time on a Tuesday, and people have moaned at me, and I just, I'll just do it. I'll just get on with it. So I'm just making a piece of music. So we want it to be slower than that, don't we? Because that's starting to sound something more like. I was lifting some gear, Semtex, on Sunday evening after the gig, and something in my arm just went boing, and my arm did like a weird spasm. It did a weird thing. I couldn't control my arm, and it absolutely killed, and it's been absolutely hammering. I mean, I've had to teach, because if I don't work. If I don't work, I don't earn. So I've been doing my guitar lessons, but playing as little as possible, which is fun. But it has eased up this evening a bit, so I need it. I need to get right as soon as possible, because, one-armed bass player is not a job, right? So I think this is starting to sound something like. Now, I'm kind of thinking actually now that maybe this isn't the right sound because it's got too much body to it against the other sound. I'm thinking maybe something a bit more. I don't know. I thought let's just try something else. I like that sound. But like I pulled a tendon. I don't know. I'm not seen Doctor. You know what I'm like. But but from what I've heard about that, then yes. Yeah, couldn't lift a cup of coffee. Yeah. I literally just like could not pick anything up, and I really shouldn't have. But I had to drive home as well. I really like that sound, but the higher notes are not cutting through like I'd like them to. I'm just going to try a few sounds. Right, let's get these levels nice. I wonder what it'd be like if both instruments were an octave higher. I just want to try that. You know. I think that sucks, frankly. This one definitely, right? We'll undo that one. Right, this one I think maybe doesn't want to come back down. Maybe we should just move a few notes down. Now, you know what I think? I think it would have been better if I'd let the chords last for twice as long. But I could be wrong. So what I'm going to do now, I've had a bit of a bad day, Semtex. So I just felt like making some nice music for no real major apparent reason. Just for the sake of making some nice music. Right, what am I doing? What am I thinking here? I'm going to make this double the length. Right, now, if I grab this chord, put it there, and this one there. Look at this, look, I've got these funny little glitchy tiny MIDI notes, which I thought had been a result of using my iRig keys, but they seem to be there again. I wonder if it's because I chopped those. There's one there. There was, I saw it. Right, I'm going to have to be on the lookout for that. Okay, so these would be... so these would be twice as long. Right, now, on its own, what does that sound like? Start there, There, I like that much, much better. So, what I'll do is get rid of that, copy this, put it up here, then go here, and now we'll run these notes together like they were before. Like that. Hang on a minute, that can't be right. Where's the note come from? Hang on a minute. Right. There must be a mistake here. Okay. So... where's that note come from? Because... right, so I start with a D minor, that's right. And then I've got my B diminished, that's right. That didn't belong anywhere. Go away. There's my E minor. And my G. Random note. Okay. Well, that's right now anyway. So we'll copy that. Stick it up here. Put it there. Go in here. I know, right? What's that about? Okay. Run these together. And that note there. That could be a thing. Yep. And that one. Oh, that as well. Right. I think that's all of them. Yep. Okay. Now. What octave was this on again? Okay. So if I select all of it and transpose it up 2 octaves, and then I grabbed the top few notes and I brought them down an octave, does that take us back to the same place where we were? Alright, that's pretty nice. Okay, I've got 8 bars, I've got 2 instruments, and I've not got long left. Well, at least I did something. I really wasn't sure I was going to be able to do anything. I had a problem with my right shoulder. I thought it was going to be a permanent thing. Couldn't even lift my bass onto a wall hanger. Ooh, it's a good few months. I'm glad to hear that it's all good now. There's nothing worse, is there, you know? Right. Okay, so that's quite a nice sequence. I'm not 100% sure on the sound of this one still, but it's alright to work with for now. It's a nice sound. Can't help thinking, you know, it could be nicer if it was like some kind of a marimba, maybe, something like that. What's that one called? Right, Echo Sounder 1, 2. Right, remember that, you two. Remember. Let's see if there's something else I want to try. I think we've found it. But listening to this sound on its own, it might be better with just the harp in there because we've got the strings behind it anyway. Right, now, the arpeggio, the arpeggiator is seriously accenting like right, so I don't mind it accenting it, but it's, look, I mean, the velocity is 60, the accent velocity is 120, so obviously let's make them a little closer to each other. Maybe let's see what happens if we do this. When I don't want to forget what. Okay, right, that's nice. I'm liking this. So, what would it sound like if the strings played on their own? It would sound quite magic. So that's an option. We could maybe have that as a intro. What about this? It sounds gorgeous, actually. I wonder if we could have the strings a bit quieter, actually. Feature that. Oh yeah, I like that. That's really nice. That's pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's see. What should we do? Maybe we repeat this here. And we add another instrument here. Maybe we add a cello. What about a cello? Everybody always gets all, horny about cellos. Let's see what the fuss is all about. We'll grab a cello. And I guess the way to go with that is to go with the thingy, I'll type it in here. I can't remember the full name. Swan. Okay. Ooh, that's loud. I'll bring that down a bit. How low does this go down? Oh, just to that C. Okay, that's convenient. Right then. Let's have a play. First of all, should we consider what key we're in? Hang on. We've got D minor. We've got a B. I guess we're in. I guess I could play the notes of A minor. We've not got any black notes actually, have we? Is that right? We've got G, we've got E minor, D minor, we've got B diminished. Okay. Right, okay. See if we can find a little, nice little melody or something. Alright, something simple, very, very simple like that for this second half. Try it here. Oh, take loop off, stupid hippie. Not sure about the end. Kind of like it up to there. He said, moving it. Oh, God. Okay. I like that. I think that's cool. Really like that. I really liked it earlier when I landed on the B, and I just kind of wanted to get the B in there, but it's... Oh, hang on. Simple. Okay, now let's just have a look at this MIDI. We'll select both and glue them together. And let's just smart this MIDI up a little bit. Didn't want to be like super precise or anything because it's supposed to be a lead instrument. It's supposed to have a bit of a voice to it, but I feel it might be a little bit excessively untidy. Let's put it like that. So if I... Well, let's have a look at it as 16s, I think. Right, and then if I go here, I don't want to quantize ends. I'll make the strength of quantization 73%, right? And then just make it a little closer to, respectable. And it's put that note in the wrong place. I'm going to undo that. It was better the way I played it. Okay. Maybe fix it up a little bit by hand. I'll take the snap to bar off because I don't want it like super precise. Right, and I have to finish in just a moment because Jade will be starting to stream. So let's just see if I can just get this respectable-ish. I think that's all right. Yeah, there should be a saying for it, human-ish, like not robot, but just not crap. Like, is that too much to ask? I don't even know where that note should end. I'm going to guess here. And I think the end was okay. I think that was reasonably all right. So let's have a little listen. Don't judge me too harshly. In fact, you know what? It's time I finished, actually. So I'll just play you out with it. So thank you very much for joining me. It says there's 7 people watching. There's only you 2 knobheads in chat. What's that about? Shy people. Jump in the chat. But yeah, Unplanned stream. no right to expect anybody to join me at all. So thanks ever so much for being here, you two. Really appreciate it. And lurkers, have a fantastic rest of your day. I will just play us out with this very brief but nice piece of music, and I'll see you later. Take care.